All right, here he is.
And I struggled
Right.
learning English. I was just like, what are they saying? What I cannot understand. And when I arrived in Namibia, Biggie and Pac had just died and people were picking sides. And I was just like, who are these people? And I remember my brother and I like, how can you be big and small? We're really learning English. And we're like, how are you big? And we're like, what?
What has American hip hop
Yeah.
meant to you and your African brethren?
Oh man. First of all, I have to say I did not like hip hop growing up because it was very fast English and I struggled learning English. So I was just like, what are they saying? What I cannot understand. And when I arrived in Namibia, Biggie and Pac had just died and people were picking sides. And I was just like, who are these people? And I remember my brother and I like, how can you be big and small? We're really learning English. And we're like, how are you big? And we're like, what? So I came to hip hop late. I'd say like around grade 8 in my high school career is when I really started diving into it. But hip hop, I think for us, is really at least the way we experience it here in the US, and it might be different, but it is like a struggle and a way of really self-confident blackness from the US, from the minority population. So we see it and we're like, yo, these people are feisty. And when you read the history of hip hop, it makes sense that it is that way. It's literally black people making music for themselves, about the reality of the conditions in a world that does not understand them. And they celebrate and consume it by themselves until, of course, commercialism comes along and then becomes this big thing. But for us, when we were coming up and hip hop was playing, it was really this new, feisty, angry, radical blackness that was being made in a white world. And that was awesome. That was so amazing to be a part of. Obviously, it's changed with time, but that element still sticks, still there. And now over here, hip hop is still very big, and now it merges with other local or continental forms of music. Afrobeat, for example, is, I think, coming into its own because now we're making songs from the continent and we're enjoying that. So, just like how you have rappers from Compton ripping West Side, that's their community, they rap it. Now you have musicians in Lagos who make music in Lagos, and Lagosians love it. Not only Lagosians, but people in Cameroon would love it. People in East Africa would love it. And so that, I feel like Afrobeat is coming to its own as a form of, this is our music from here for us, but you can enjoy it if wherever it is that you are. And I find that amazing. But hip hop, for me, to this day, even when writing, when I was talking about a line that sings, a line needs to have like fire. I can't rap, I can't perform, but this performing with a pen is my form of hip hop, I guess. Yeah, you can write us.
Wait,
Yeah.
are there, as somebody who loves hip hop from the beginning to today, tell me about the hip hop scene that's happening over there on the continent. Yeah. Are there people who you're like, because I don't know any African rappers, right? Word. You're like, you gotta check out this guy, you gotta check out this guy, you gotta check out this woman, whatever. Like who's really killing it over there?
Yeah, so I will give you a very slanted opinion because our music scene here in Namibia is quite overshadowed by the South African music scene. So the South African hip hop scene is alive and well, like alive and well. They have stars
Are they the most? Is that the most dominant scene on the continent? Are there other countries have a great scene?
So regionally in Southern Africa, South Africa will be the biggest. West Africa, it's Nigeria. Probably continental, it's Nigeria. And then I also hesitate to say what the difference between hip hop and Afrobeat are because there's like this merging that's occurred.
Okay.
And sometimes you don't know whether one is the other. But I think the biggest continental artist right now, for example, would be Burna Boy. But I don't know whether he classifies as hip hop or as Afrobeat. Wizkid from Nigeria is also massive.
I love Burna Boy. I don't feel like he's hip hop. That's not a diss. It's just like it.
Yeah.
I don't get the spitting from him, the rhyming from him. That's what I really want for hip hop. I love his music, and he has a very syncopated way of talking or chatting. But I get into like the music, the vibe, the rhythm, the whole thing, and not like, yo, but check out the bars, right?
I have
like
a question though. How would that change if you understood Pidgin or the language in which he raps or sings in? I don't know. In which he makes his music in, because I didn't understand hip hop properly until I understood English properly. Then I was like, oh, that's what a double entendre is. Whereas with a lot of the local continental music, people are singing in their native tongues. And so if I don't understand Yoruba, or I don't understand Pidgin, or I understand Xhosa from South Africa, then I'm like, I don't understand the bars. But that's probably a language thing. So there's like a lot of rappers on the continent who rap within their languages. And I cannot lie to you that because I don't have access to that language, I might not think it's hip hop, like quintessential hip hop.
I mean, when I'm first engaging with a song, even though I know the artist or not, a lot of times the first couple of listens, you can't really understand the lyrics. But if you're really in the flow, in the pocket, and you're like spitting like that rhythm that's right in the right, like I'm like, yo, I'm loving the flow, right? The flow is the first thing, right? Like I'm loving this flow. You've become another drum within this, and like that's what attracts me. If you can do that, then I want to keep listening to the song to like dive into like what is every word, what is this person saying, right? I imagine even if I didn't know what the specific words you were saying were, I could still be like, yo, I understand what Burna Boy is saying. I think he has great lyrics. I'm just saying I don't think it's hip hop because it's not rapping the same way, and I'm looking for and I know there are African rappers. So continue with the list.
And then from South Africa, I think this one rapper called Kwesta is very, very good. Kwesta. He's very good. I've enjoyed a lot of his music and his songs. He's got a very good one with Wale that was very, very popular here in Namibia for a very long time called Spirit. And then let me see, there's another one called Nasty C. Yes, Nasty C. He's another South African rapper, and this is very, very good. He's had a lot of. He made a Particular with Major Lazer and Jidena, if you know that one. From Namibia, I can recommend. Let's see, who can I recommend from Namibia? Namibian rappers. I actually do not know a lot of Namibian rappers. You asked the wrong person, my brother, but I will find one for you shortly.
No, it's fine. It's whatever it is for you.
So we have. I'm gonna go old school because this guy's. What is it? Yeah, we've got. No, let me tell you the quintessential Namibian band that you must listen to: Black Vulcanite. Vulcanite are a trio of rappers from Namibia, and they have this. I think it's highly experimental. It can be a little bit out there for someone who's not from here. But I think if you go back to your history archive and go back to, what's that band? Diggable Planets. So listen. There's that weird nerd energy fused with like new world rhyme. And then their beats are also, I don't know what kind of experimental, but then the narrative is very modern, and they're speaking about very, very common political issues, not only here in Africa, on Namibia, but also Africa. And also there's like a lot of pop culture thrown in there, and there's like some smooth R&B loving going on, but it's a wonderful mixture. Black Vulcanite. if there's a Namibian rap group you need to listen to, it's Black Vulcanite.